Alpine's Hemp Company. Gummies, seltzers, syrups, and more. Treat yourself to the best.
Hello and welcome into the WHKY News for Thursday, January 23rd. I'm Ralph Mangum. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV every weekday on channel 14.2, or you can look for us online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, on February 2nd, the state-defined boundary line between Catawba and Lincoln counties will be reestablished in accordance with a survey conducted by the North Carolina Geodetic Survey. The boundary was established by the state in 1842. Over decades of parcel changes, the commonly recognized boundary between the two counties gradually shifted. The shift has caused discrepancies regarding the boundary's actual location, leading to confusion among property owners. In early 2022, Lincoln County initiated discussions with Catawba County regarding the accuracy of the boundary line. In 2022, both counties requested a boundary line survey. In February of last year, both counties received the official survey, which confirmed the state-established line. The counties had 1 year to adopt that line, which becomes conclusive following the 1 year time frame. After receiving the survey, staff from both counties began the process of collaboratively planning service transitions to minimize impact to citizens. Last week, in response to citizens' concerns, Lincoln County commissioners began discussions regarding possible alternatives to the state law. Those discussions included a proposed joint resolution voicing support for the state to maintain the commonly recognized boundary. Because neither county commission has the authority to pass legislation that would keep the commonly recognized boundary line intact, a joint resolution would not prevent the state-defined boundary from going into effect on February 2nd of this year. As a result, Catawba County opted to follow state law as previously agreed to by both counties, according to a statement released today by Catawba County officials. Residents can learn more by visiting the Catawba-Lincoln Boundary Line Mapping Tool. A link is posted at WHKY.com. Residents can also call 828-465-9608. Catawba County will hold 2 community open house events to discuss the changes. Those are set for January 30th at the Sherrills Ford Terrell Branch Library and February 4th at the Maiden High School Auditorium, both from 6 to 8 p.m. WHKY's Arianna Mack and her guest have information on improvements to Hickory's Civitan Park.
The City of Hickory plans to improve Civitan Park and is pursuing an accessible parks grant to benefit children and adults with disabilities. Citizens were invited to attend 2 meetings to learn about proposed park improvements, share their feedback, and express their needs. I had the chance to speak with Special Projects Manager for the City Manager, Natalie Jackson, about the grant.
And I'm here tonight to gain public input on a grant project that we would like to submit for the Accessible Parks Grant that is facilitated by the North Carolina Trust Fund. We hope any interested citizens who are interested in, particularly in accessible parks and what they can do to increase their opportunities to recreate here in Hickory.
And tell me a little bit about the improvement process. How long does the grant take? Is it, a tedious job?
Well, it's very involved, as it should be, so it's full of opportunities to gain public input. The grant process is about looking at what our greatest needs are, matching them up to the vision of Hickory through the Parks, Recreation, and Sports Tourism Master Plan, and also deciding what's best for the next 10 years in relation.
Those that were unable to attend the public input meetings or who have comments or questions may contact Special Projects Manager for the City Manager, Natalie Jackson, at her email njackson@hickorync.gov or via phone at 828-851-6473 to learn more and give input on the project. Much more information at hickorync.gov. I'm Arianna Mack.
Thank you, Arianna, and thanks to Natalie Jackson for taking time out to speak with us. The Iredell County Board of Commissioners approved resolutions authorizing the sale and issuance of an $83.9 million general obligation bond and a $40 million limited obligation bond to finance construction of the Iredell-Statesville Schools' new Weathers Creek High School. Rob Eastwood has details.
The actions related to the new high school in Iredell County were taken during Tuesday's Iredell County Board of Commissioners meeting. Officials were hoping to break ground by March of this year. Voters approved an $80 million referendum for the new school in March of 2020, but construction costs have risen significantly in the past 4 years. Some estimates for the project were more than double the original cost estimates. According to information from the Iredell Free News, commissioners balked at the high cost, further delaying the project, but eventually agreed in August of last year to spend $120 million for the new school. As WHKY previously reported, Weathers Creek High School would be located at 246 Over Cache Road in Troutman. School officials said the new school would alleviate overcrowding at Lake Norman High School and South Iredell High School. Both schools are over capacity. The new high school would have a 1,600 student capacity. School officials are hoping to break ground by March of this year. You can get more on this by going to our website, WHKY.com. Reporting for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thanks, Rob. In today's crime report, a sex offender arrest, 5 arrested for fraudulent checks, and an embezzlement arrest. In local sports, LR basketball and swimming, plus some track and field from App. And in community focus, Arianna has the scoop on the latest production at the Hickory Community Theater. A wee bit warmer today with highs that made it into the mid-30s under partly sunny skies. We'll be in the 40s for the next couple days and then in the 50s starting Sunday, maybe even reaching 60 by next Wednesday. After that, we'll be back in the 40s in time for next weekend. There's no significant chance of precipitation anytime soon. Look for an up-to-date forecast at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.